17th. Odessa moves up 3 spots to 18th. Snow College fell from 18th to 19th. Triton College moves into the top 20. Northeast Mississippi moves up 3 spots to 21st. Jones College went 1-1, losing to an unranked team, and fell 8 spots to 22nd. Colby drops 1 to 23rd. Cochise moves up to 24th. Butler, Kansas drops from 18th to 25th. They lost by 30 to unrated Garden City. Back to visit with the coach as the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show continues.
You can take the trailer out of Texas, but you can't take the Texas out of the trailer. PJ Trailers are built in Texas with the same attention to detail to hold up to the hardworking professional using them. Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff is your authorized PJ Trailer dealer with a wide variety of sizes. ATV trailers, car haulers, equipment trailers, tilt deck, and gooseneck trailers. Ryan's is also a full-service welding shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710.
There's a story behind every smile, and everyone wants to have a smile they feel good about. Hello, I'm Dr. Caitlin Lastavica, and we understand that's true. Our practice offers general dentistry, fillings, partials, teeth cleanings, whitening, and emergency dental services. Call us today for an appointment at 632-5131 because there's a story behind every smile, and we'd love to be a part of yours.
Your home for Cougar Athletics, 101.3 KOCY.
Chuck Swartz with Coach Billy Engel. See Shane and his crew at Scottsbluff Screen Printing for all of your fall and winter sports needs. What's the status on Carter Brown? Missed that last game with a sprained ankle, and Them Kong's had some family issues with health.
Yeah, really excited to get them both back. We've had them back all week for practice, and it's been just a nice, reinvigorating, moment to get the entire team back together. And not only that, but there's a handful of red shirts that made it back after Christmas break. So it's just been really good to have the entire roster back working at practice again. TK is working through family issues, and but back playing with a ton of energy and a ton of positivity, and we've really needed his leadership at practice. Carter Brown's ankle is getting better and better. He's been really active in his treatment, and he's wearing a brace, but seems to be moving full speed, so we're excited.
Good. 2 straight losses, a combined 7 points. I thought the effort was pretty good. It's just a few key possessions.
Yeah, when you're playing these, especially when you're playing the South Conference games, things get really tight. Everybody's got each other scouted really well. It comes down to just a couple of possessions, and when you're missing some really key pieces on your roster, it makes those possessions even more important. That EWC game, even though it's not a South Conference game, it's a big rivalry game. It's right down the road. They want to win that one. We want to win that one. It just didn't do quite enough right to get the job done.
And didn't help that you were playing 2 games in 3 days, but now at least you had a little bit of time.
That's right, and even though we've had a little bit of time, we haven't had that first game back with the entire roster yet. So, we're still a little bit, kind of up and down, and we'll see, what rhythm works tonight. We'll see what lineups play well with each other tonight. We'll see who's, fully ready to go.
Well, enough about us. Lamar coming in, and when I look at the stats, 3 of their players are averaging about 2/3 of their points.
They are an extremely top-heavy team. Coach Sellers, I think, has done a heck of a job, putting those players in good space and great actions and letting those players be aggressive. Kevon Wiggins and Khalil Haywood going back to last year were both all-conference players, and they're still, extremely productive. And then they've got, point guard returning from last year who's, a much better version of himself, coming back as a sophomore. And then, incoming freshman in Chris Cook, who's a really talented ball player, scoring close to 17 points a game. So, they've got talented scorers, at the point guard position, at the wing position, and Haywood's kind of an undersized big, so, they're dangerous kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Tonight's Key to the Game is brought to you by Team Auto Center, home with a lifetime warranty on every new vehicle from Team Auto.
We really need to be aware of where their best players are at all times. We're going to press and we're going to up the pace of the game because I think we're deeper. I think we can get to their bench a little bit. But, when we press and we trap and we rotate, we've got to be extremely aware of where Wiggins is, of where Cook is, of where Haywood is, of where the point guard is. If we've got some real awareness of where their best players are, have some pride in guarding one-on-one and not getting scored on, and then we got to up the pace of the play. We got to get up and down. We want to play more in transition.
Okay, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you, Chuck.
Billy Engel along with us. Starting lineups are next. You're listening to the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show.
Hello, neighbors and friends. My name is Jennifer Urdiales with Castle & Cook Mortgage, and I'm your local home loan expert. Rates on home loans and refinance are still near record lows, and it's a great time to explore your options. When you need a home loan close to your home team, give me a call at 308-220-0503.
Scottsbluff Branch Manager Jennifer Urdiales, NMLS ID 1059626. Not all who apply will qualify. Equal housing lender, Castle & Cook Mortgage, LLC, NMLS ID 1251.
Oh, that's the sound of someone at Papa Murphy's using fresh ingredients to make your pizza. And this is the sweet sound of your oven timer telling you that your home-baked Papa Murphy's pizza is done. Because at Papa Murphy's, we believe that Tuesday deserves something different. Like your new way of telling your family pizza is ready.
Come and get it.
Okay. Every Tuesday, get any large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of the Cougars.
Time to take a look at our starting lineups. They're brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at WNCC.edu. Chris Cook, 5'11" freshman out of Los Angeles, will be in the starting lineup, averaging 16.5 points a ball game. Tim Montgomery, a 6-foot freshman from Virginia Beach, averaging 9.2. Cahill Haywood, a 6'5" freshman from Los Angeles, 16.5 points, 8.5 rebounds. Thurbill Bile, a 6'5" sophomore from Aurora, Colorado, 7.8 points, 4.9 rebounds. And Kevin Wiggins, the 6'3" sophomore out of Guyana, 21 points a game, 13th in the country, 4 rebounds for him. For Western Nebraska, it's going to be Carter Brown, the 6'2" sophomore from Ogallala. Biko Johnson, the 6'2" freshman from Carson, Colorado. Carl Thorpe, 6'7" freshman. He'll be in from Raboon Gap, Georgia. Agua Nywish, the 6'2" sophomore, 12.9 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 3 steals for him. Just think of all the different things he can get done for this team. Just a motor that does not quit for him. Lamar wearing black uniforms, blue numerals, and lettering outlined in white. Western Nebraska, the white home uniforms, the dark blue, and blue and gold trim for them on the uniforms. Western Nebraska will go left to right here in the first half, and good to see Them Kong back in, the 6'7" sophomore out of Grand Island. Had missed a couple of games due to some family health issues, and he is back the way it looks. And jumping at center will be Bile and Thorpe, and the rebound taken by Lamar. Lamar has the basketball. Tim Montgomery taking it on the right side. Now Haywood. Haywood, nice feed down low. Layup will go, but they're going to wipe it out. It would have gone in, but Cook was called for basket interference. So Western Nebraska has the basketball. They would have given up a layup there, but instead come down with the score 0-0. Biko Johnson, McKee, Nywish. Biko out on top. He averages 12.8 points. He'll get it to Nywish. Nywish wanting the screen, doesn't really develop. He'll flip it back to Biko Johnson. Drives into the paint. Left-handed shot off glass won't go. And the rebound, Lamar. They had 2 men high for that one. Long pass comes on ahead, and we're going to have a block foul called against Western Nebraska. I think Nywish will get called, but we'll have to wait and see. Could be Zaki, and it will be Zaki who picks up the foul. Looked like a little out of control there for Haywood, but he was bumped into, and that's probably what caused that to happen. So Haywood will have a pair of free throws coming, and he's a good one. 80.7. Cook also a good one at 80% on the year. But it skips out, and the score stays at 0-0. Biles a 79% free throw shooter himself. So some good shooting for Lamar at the stripe as a team, 77%. This one rims out. Kong has the rebound as Cook trying to grab it over his back. Johnson will bring it up. Biko Johnson bounces to Kong, high post right side. He'll drive into the paint, puts the shot up. It won't go. Rebound fought for. Kong has it, puts the shot up. It misses again, and the rebound taken off by Lamar. Bringing it up quickly will be Montgomery, who had the rebound. He'll feed it out to Wiggins. He'll miss. Thorpe rebounds. Western Nebraska, no score, minute and a quarter into the game. Nywish, Thorpe, right side Johnson. Nywish on the left side with it. A couple of steps outside the arc. He'll give it to Biko Johnson. Johnson backs away. 12 on the shot clock. Takes the screen to the right side. Now comes back on a behind-the-back dribble. Kong with it on the baseline. He'll launch from 15. It's too strong. Long rebound taken off by Cook of Lamar. The scoreless string continues. 18:15 to go. Montgomery trying to drive right side, cut off. Decides to take it back out and reset. Goes behind the back on the dribble. Passes to Bile. And Bile throws it away, trying to get it down onto the baseline to Haywood. So our first turnover and the shutout for both teams continues. 18 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Western Nebraska has the basketball. Biko Johnson will give it to Thorpe, left side Nywish. Nywish rubbing off a screen. Gives it back on the side. Thorpe has a three, rim rattle out. Rebound taken by Lamar. Wiggins with it. Kevin Wiggins across on the dribble himself. Zaki picks him up. Wiggins from downtown has the three, rim rattle out. Kong with the rebound for Western. We're scoreless, 17:35 to go, first half. Biko Johnson penetrates, gives to Thorpe left corner. Nywish with it. Now Kong top of the circle. Kong finds Biko Johnson right side. He was tempted, decides no. Kong with it. He'll drive in. The ball's knocked away, but picked up by Zaki. Zaki bounces it low, and it's a bad pass, intercepted. Turnover number 1 against Western Nebraska. Here's Wiggins across. Wiggins takes it to the baseline. Now out into the corner on the dribble. Between the circles with it to Montgomery. Montgomery, Wiggins, man-to-man by Western Nebraska. Get it to the free throw line. Here's the drive. We're going to have Bile called for traveling. We're going to see Carter Brown come in. I had said he was going to start, but a last-second decision. They pulled him out. Now he's in with that sprained ankle on Friday night against McCook to see how well he'll hold up. And we also see Rodney Sawyer, the 6'5 freshman, in the game out of Pennsylvania. Biko Johnson near side. He'll drive, feeds it low. Thorpe is fouled from behind as Bile will get the foul to prevent the dunk. So 16:45 remaining. We haven't had anybody score for either squad. Couple of missed free throws by Haywood of Lamar. And now Thorpe to see what he can do. He's a 60% free throw shooter on the season. Western Nebraska averaging 80.4. Lamar 85.7. It hangs on the iron and bounces away. We're still at zeros. Lamar will bring in Josh Jones, 6'7 freshman out of Del Amo, California. Thorpe's second free throw breaks the scoreless string now at 16:45 to go. 1-0 Western. And now we're going to have timeout. Lamar would have had a 5-second count otherwise. Timeout on the court. 1-0. 16:45 to go first half. Western Nebraska with the lead on the West Coast.
Be the envy of the neighborhood with the new Green Mountain Grill from High Plains Spas and Recreation. In addition to Green Mountain Grills, High Plains Spas and Recreation also has the pellets, cooking spices, rib racks, smoking shelves, covers, and other accessories, as well as replacement parts. If they don't have what you need, they can get it. Yep, get a Green Mountain Grill and be that neighbor that's always admired for the wonderful, yummy barbecue smells. High Plains Spas and Recreation. Open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 1725 East Overland in Scottsbluff.
Your home for WNCC Athletics.
Ally Property Management, your friend in real estate, helping to bring you the broadcast tonight. Inbounding will be Tim Montgomery for Lamar against the press. Sawyer right up there on the baseline. Now the pass on the wing to Cook. Nice movement. Lamar has it in the forecourt. Ball out to Montgomery in the center jump circle, basically. He'll go right side with it. Quick first step by Wiggins. Goes to the baseline, pulls up. 5-footer, rolls around and goes in. Wiggins, averaging 21, gives the lead to Lamar at 2-1. Brown answers with the 3. Carter Brown makes it 4-2. Western Nebraska the lead. They're on defense. Nice save there as Montgomery takes the deflection from Wiggins as it was heading out. Wiggins tries a 3. It's off the front iron. Brown rebounds. He'll get it to Nywish. Nywish gives the alley-oop, and Thorpe will tip it in. Thorpe makes it 6-2. Western Nebraska. Still in the backcourt, working against the press. Haywood will have it. He'll bounce it near side. Montgomery. Montgomery hurries it across the timeline. Knocked away by Biko Johnson. Ball's on the court. It's off of Johnson, and it will be Lamar to retain possession. 15 and a half minutes, 6-2. Western Nebraska leading here in the first half. Montgomery inbounds it, pulling up. Cook, 15-footer won't go. Thorpe rebounds. He'll get it to Carter Brown. Brown across the timeline, veering left side, lobs it to Nywish, left corner, out to Thorpe. Thorpe drives, dishes to Nywish left side. He's being guarded by Josh Jones. Nywish puts it on the deck, comes into the middle, flips it to Biko Johnson. He'll launch a 3 that's short. Rebound, Biko Johnson. Nice move. He'll lay it in. Faked a pass. Defense went for it, and it's 8-2. Western Nebraska. Again, the press. Montgomery with it. Cook back to Montgomery. He's still in the backcourt. Now he'll break the defense in the middle. Takes it on the right side, and we're going to have a block foul called against Carter Brown of Western Nebraska. Is on the floor. No shooting foul here. And Brown will have his first personal of the ball game. We're at 14:45 to go. 8-2. Western Nebraska with the lead. Kong in, Thorpe out for Western Nebraska. Lamar to inbound right side. That's Montgomery. Officials holding up a minute. Now we're ready, and the ball handed to Montgomery. Looks down low on the lob. It's not there. Safety valve will take it outside. That's Wiggins. Heck of a safety valve, one of the leading scorers in the country. Wiggins against Brown, reverses to the right side, takes it low on the block. It's knocked away, taken away. Carter Brown with it. Behind the back on the dribble, gets by. Now a behind the back pass right side, and the 3 misses by Nywish. Sawyer with the tip up. It's tipped away. Lamar has it. Here's Wiggins. He'll bring it up into the paint, and that'll be an offensive foul. Carter Brown got set, and Wiggins will have personal number 1 and the 3rd turnover against Lamar. 8-2 Western Nebraska. They brought a lot of energy here in the early going. Both teams 10-6. Western's 0-1 in the sub. Lamar is 2-1. We are going to see Kiplin Richvine, a 6'1" freshman, come in out of Brooklyn for Lamar. Let's see, I think we had another one sneak in on the side. We'll have to wait as play goes here to see. Looks like Cook is back in. High post, Kong. Fake the handoff, now gives it to Biko Johnson. Johnson reverses it, Kong with it. Kong, baseball pass, Sawyer in the right corner. Starts to drive, pulls up, his 18-footer well short. Rebound, Lamar. On the run, Montgomery after the rebound is into the forecourt. Western back quickly, Cook with it. Cook will take an NBA 3 and hit it. Chris Cook averaging 16 and a half. Carter Brown had a hand in his face, but it still goes in, and it's 8-5. Western Nebraska with the lead. Here's Kong. Kong drives on the right side, drop step. He'll draw the foul. Kong got into the middle, and it was just a choice who you're going to call on this one, I think. Richvine is going to have the personal for Lamar. Oh, excuse me, they're going to call that on Wiggins? No, it is Richvine. They were just late putting it up. So Richvine with his first. Kong gets his name in the scorebook. He did not play Friday or Sunday. McCook and EWC, respectively. He'll get the free throw to make it 9-5. Western Nebraska. Kong averaging 16.2. This one is off, and the rebound, Lamar. Pass ahead to Montgomery after the rebound by Bile. Here's Montgomery to the free throw line, but he'll take it back outside. Chancellor Johnson in the game on him defensively now. He's the second sub for Western Nebraska. Montgomery gives it to Jones. Jones takes an NBA three. It won't go. And the rebound, Sawyer, as he was right at the rim to haul that one down. Passes to Chancellor Johnson. Now Biko with it. Biko Johnson out onto the elbow. Sawyer between the circles. One dribble, gives it up to Biko. Cross court it, Carter Brown. Carter takes a contested three. It was partially tipped. Rebound taken by Biko Johnson. Carter again. This one's short. Rebound, Sawyer off to Chancellor Johnson. Carter faked the three. Decided not to this time. Biko Johnson with it. Biko, some good quickness against Richvine. Drives low, feeds Kong. Kong has it knocked free, and it's batted out of bounds by Lamar. 12:32 to go in the first half. 9-5. Western Nebraska. Western Nebraska women won 84-48 for their 18th win of the year. Carter Brown with 6 on the shot clock to inbound it. He's on the left side, flips it out to Kong. Kong drives left side, takes the runner. It's short. Rebound comes away to Lamar. Now it's lost. Scramble, ball's on the court, and Lamar finally comes up with it. That's Richvine. He races down, passes left side, and a foul on Carter Brown. Brown, trying to prevent the bounce pass on the right side, is going to have his second personal foul. Western Nebraska with 3. Lamar also has 3 in the game so far, a trio with 1 each. Now hurrying in will be Kahil Haywood, one of the starters. He'll replace Cook, also a starter. Ball's on the right side. Montgomery to inbound it. Official told the players to quit bumping into each other for a moment. Here's Haywood. He drives. It's knocked away. Brown knocks it away again, and we're going to have a jump ball as Brown, diving, got a floor burn, and the jump will be in possession of Western Nebraska. So that will be a turnover against Lamar. 4-point lead for Western Nebraska, 12 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Somebody at the end of this game is probably going to say, boy, if we could have only scored in the 8 minutes starting, we could have pulled away and had a huge lead. Neither team does. Here's Biko Johnson to the left side on the dribble. He'll lob it inside to Kong. Kong into the corner. Johnson out to Sawyer. His three is short, and the rebound, Lamar. Josh Jones, the 6'7" freshman, with it. Now to Tim Montgomery. Montgomery through the center jump circle on the dribble. Biko Johnson picks him up defensively. Shot clock down to 15. Still hasn't really advanced. Now takes a screen, puts up a three. It's off the back iron. Kong rebounds for Western. Off to Biko Johnson. 11 and a half minutes to go. Biko Johnson races to the top of the circle with it. Now comes down the paint, goes behind the back, and takes a shot that's partially blocked. Rebounds out of bounds off of Western Nebraska. Kong and Jones battling there for it, and it went out of bounds, and it will be Western giving it up, going back on defense. Thorpe comes in. Biko Johnson out, Kong out, as we have Chancellor, Johnson, Nywish, Sawyer, Thorpe, and Brown. Now we're going to have Wiggins in for Lamar again. Press on, ball comes into Richvine. Richvine will give it back to Montgomery, and he'll have Nywish on him. He's across the timeline. Right side bounce pass. Bile nearly threw it away, but Haywood recovered. Now we're going to see the drive and a block foul against Chancellor Johnson as Montgomery drove around him. Chancellor will have his first. Again, if you're unfamiliar with Western Nebraska, a pair of Johnsons, so Biko and Chancellor needing to be identified with their first names. Wiggins will inbound on the left side. 20 on the shot clock because of the foul. Carter Brown up there to defend. And it'll be Montgomery between the circles taking the pass in. He'll get it into the right corner. Here's Wiggins on the drive, pulls up, 10-footer, nothing but net. Wiggins, 4, averaging 21. 9-7, Western by 2. Ball comes down to Thorpe on the baseline. Thorpe into the middle, and his shot partially blocked, tipped up by Nywish. Rebound taken off by Lamar. Bile gets it on ahead. Here's a 2-1 alley-oop. The layup missed. However, rebound is to Haywood, and he'll score. That ties it for the first time in the ball game. 9-all. 10.5 minutes to go, first half of play. Western Nebraska hasn't scored since they led 9-5. Brown, Nywish, high post, Sawyer. Sawyer steps back, takes the shot, hits a 2. Sawyer with 2 points gives Western Nebraska the lead, 11-9. Rich Vine across for Lamar. Nywish on him defensively. Hesitation dribble. Couldn't get by now. Takes a screen. Comes left side with it to Bile. Here's Wiggins, the runner from the baseline. Goes in again. A shooter's touch. It hit the iron, the board, and fell in, and we're tied for the second time. 11-all. 9:35 to go. Clock running. First half of play. Chancellor Johnson across to Nywish. Nywish to Thorpe out top of the circle. Nywish over in front of the Lamar bench now, drives to the right side, comes low, puts it up and in. Tough shot by Nywish, and Western again on top by 2. Rich Vine will give it to Montgomery. Montgomery up on the right side, gets a first step to the baseline. He's rejected by Thorpe. Thorpe came over on the help side and got the rejection. We've got a timeout. 9:06 to go, 13-11, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard.
Did you know Ideal Linen and Uniform is also a full-service janitorial supply provider? You don't need to worry about finding your janitorial supplies. Ideal will keep your business stocked, saving you time and money. Ideal Linen and Uniform provides quality cleaning and industrial products, mops, soap, air freshening system, paper products, custom logo maps, cleaning supplies, even signage, and more. Call for a free quote. Ideal Linen and Uniform, locally owned and operated since 1907. 506 South Beltline, Scotts Bluff. Online at ideal-linen.com or call 632-7197.
As Auld Lang Syne plays in the background, you sigh the relief that the holiday season has come to a close, and the last thing on your mind is insurance. But if you received a new ATV, piece of jewelry, golf equipment, or even an electronic tablet, you may need an increase in coverage to protect them. The friendly agents at Classic One Insurance in Scottsbluff and Gearing would be happy to discuss coverage options. Stop in and talk with a Classic One Insurance agent today. Classic One Insurance, it's always something.
Your home and away voice for the Cougars, 101.3 KOZY.
Western Nebraska leads it 13-11. They've had half a dozen players score in the game, and Lamar, half of that, 3. Wiggins leads with 6. Cook with 3, Haywood with 2. For Western Nebraska, Thorpe has 3, Brown has 3, a pair for Sawyer, a pair for Biko Johnson, a pair for Agwin Nywish, and 1 for Them Kong. 9 minutes, 6 seconds remain. It'll be Lamar to inbound. Slightly more than half of the first half gone now. And it'll be Rich Vine getting it into Haywood. Haywood, nice first step, comes to the paint, puts it up, draws the foul. Got the defender in the air, put the shot up just to make sure it would be a 2-shotter, and Rodney Sawyer has the foul. Rodney with his first, and it puts Haywood at the line, hitting over 80% of his free throws on the year. This one skips out. He's now 0 for 3, believe it or not. Here comes Chris Cook back in. Josh Jones goes out for Lamar and Coach Justin Sellers. Hadn't heard they had a marathon the other night. This one will go in, so Haywood gets the lid off from the free throw line and has his 3rd point. Western Nebraska leads it by 1, 13-12. NJC beat Lamar at Lamar in 5 overtimes the other night. 107. See, it would have been 109, 117. Long three misses badly by Biko Johnson. It hit the glass, and that was it. Here's Richline, and it's intercepted. Chancellor Johnson comes back and anticipates well. He'll take it to the hoop. Nothing called, but Nywish on the follow jam. That will activate the crowd. 15-12, Western Nebraska. And we've got timeout away from the ball, I think, here. I'm not sure. Wasn't a foul call. Ball must have been knocked away, and I was looking down to get the scorebook in. We have some water on the far side that was knocked on the court right by the Western Nebraska bench, and the gal gets over there with the mop to take care of that as Billy Engel was trying with a towel and wasn't getting it all up. So the officials want to make sure nobody's going to slip on that. And with 8:21 to go, 15-12 here in the first half, Western Nebraska with the lead. We've been tied twice. Those were at 9 and 11. And we've had two lead changes early on. 2-1 Lamar, 4-2 Western, and since then Western has retained the lead. Ball will be inbounded right in front of me. It'll be Haywood to inbound for Lamar. He'll flip it into Montgomery, and we're back into action. Montgomery easing toward the right side, calling out a play, looks back at Coach Sellers for additional instructions, continuing to yo-yo it. Wiggins, here's Montgomery. Montgomery into the corner, and another three for Chris Cook. Cook has hit a pair of threes. We're tied at 15. Third tie we've had. Chancellor Johnson to Biko Johnson. Thorpe, now Nywish. Nywish to the left side, hooks it back to Thorpe. Thorpe will drive the middle, but get called for traveling. He slammed it home, but it won't count. Second turnover on Western Nebraska. 7:43 remaining here in the first half of play. 15 all, our score. Lamar has led once. That was 2-1. Ball taken by Haywood. He'll give it back to Montgomery. Montgomery one-hands a pass to Cook in the forecourt. Cook on the right side, doubled, so passes back out to Montgomery. Left side, here comes Wiggins. Wiggins into the paint, loses the handle. It's picked up by Wiggins. He'll miss the shot, and it's out of bounds off Lamar. Western Nebraska will have the basketball. 7 minutes, 24 seconds to go. 15 all here in the first half. One of the lower scoring first halves we've had in a men's game this year, that's for sure. Biko Johnson across, finds Chancellor Johnson. Now Thorpe, Biko gets the ball to Nywish. He'll put the shot up and in off glass as he's being hammered. No call, but he has his sixth point, and it's 17-15 Western Nebraska. Montgomery goes right side to Haywood. Haywood still in the backcourt. Now Montgomery, he'll hurry right down the middle, put it up and in. Nobody got in front of him, and Montgomery with his first two. We're tied at 17. Pace picking up a little scoring-wise. Ball comes to Kong in traffic. Knocked away. Kong saves it outside to Chancellor Johnson. He'll drive and lay it in. First for Johnson, for Chancellor that is, and it's 19-17 Western Nebraska. Press on again, but Montgomery will play catch with Haywood. Now zip it into the forecourt. Nice catch by Jones, who's back in. Jones makes a bad pass, however, and that'll be a turnover, and Western Nebraska will get the ball down on the baseline, I believe. Yes, nobody touched it in the field of play, so 20 on the shot clock since Western will be inbounding in the offensive zone after the sixth turnover against Lamar. 19-17, 6:11 to go. Western Nebraska leading it. Ball bounces in to Biko Johnson on the left elbow. Johnson dribbles a couple of times. Now Thorpe with it a long way from the hoop. He'll try and back his way in. Zips it out of bounds. He missed Chancellor Johnson by a long ways trying to get it into the right corner. That'll be the third turnover against Western. Here comes Bile back in. Jones goes out for Lamar with exactly 6 minutes on the clock. 19-17, Western Nebraska leading, but they're on defense here. And already a couple of threes by Chris Cook for Lamar. Brown has the lone three-pointer for Western Nebraska. Montgomery, now the long pass goes to Wiggins. Started to drive. Kong cut him off. Now they'll get it back to Wiggins. He'll stop on the baseline. The 15-footer won't go. However, the rebound taken off by Lamar and a foul on the putback attempt. It'll be two shots coming for Bile. Nywish has his first personal of the game, and two shots coming for Bile. Bile averages just under 8 points a game, 79% on his free throws, but that one rims out. Now we're going to see Sawyer and Zaki back in for Western Nebraska. Score stays a 2-point Western Nebraska lead. Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all of your quality automotive repair needs, helping to bring you the ball game. This free throw goes in for Bile, so it's a 1-point Western Nebraska lead, 19-18. Biko Johnson unopposed, bringing it across. Now picked up by Wiggins. Thorpe takes the pass. Nywish now. Nywish to Biko Johnson, sets up behind the three and buries it. Biko Johnson makes it 22-18, Western Nebraska. 5:15 to go. Montgomery, long pass on ahead. Here's Wiggins to the hoop. He'll miss the layup. Rebound knocked outside. Lamar will save it inbounds. Bile with the good move, takes it low, misses. That'll be an undercut called against Sawyer. Rodney Sawyer will pick up his second personal foul as he was leaning in underneath Haywood on the drive there. Bile had saved it, then it was Haywood on the drive, and he'll have two more free throws coming. He's been busy at the stripe. These will be numbers 5 and 6. Nobody else has shot more than 2 in the game so far. This free throw rolls out. My gosh. Haywood is 1 out of 5. Richline comes in. Wiggins goes out for Lamar. Still 22-18. Haywood is 1 of 5. This guy hits over 80% of his free throws on the season. This one goes in cleanly. So he now has 4 points. It's 22-19. Western Nebraska the lead and the basketball. Biko Johnson to the right side. He just hit a three. He's looking for the secondary cutter. It wasn't there. Sawyer has it. Sawyer comes into the paint, and it's knocked out of bounds by Lamar. 17 on the shot clock. Western Nebraska will have the basketball with 4:49 to go on the game clock. We're in the first half. Western Nebraska women winning easily, 84-48. And the men locked up in a tough one, both teams 10 and 6. Sawyer gets the ball to Thorpe on the left block. Thorpe backs in, turns, puts it up, misses, tipped up by Zaki, no, and we'll have a foul, and it will go against Western Nebraska trying for the offensive glass. It will be Zaki picking up his second. So Brown, Sawyer, and Zaki each have 2 personal fouls, and that will be the 8th, so the bonus in effect, and it will be Thabril Bile at the line. Bile, a 6'5 sophomore out of Aurora, Colorado. 1 out of 2 at the stripe so far for him, and he misses the 1-and-1. Thorpe with the rebound. Western Nebraska still up by 3, just over 4.5 minutes to go first half. Man-to-man by both squads. Biko Johnson finds Nywish. Nywish races to the left side. Biko Johnson takes it on the left elbow. Backs off, gives to Thorpe. Biko Johnson on the handoff. Hesitation move, zips it into the corner as he was going to be fouled and knew he couldn't get the shot away. This will be Richvine picking up the foul for Lamar, and that will be his second of the game. Not a 1-and-1 as of yet, as that's only 4 against Lamar. Nywish will inbound left side. He'll get it to Biko Johnson. 20 on the shot clock to open, so plenty of time. Zaki Now Thorpe on the right side to Nywish. Nywish takes a screen, is going to draw a double team, comes into the paint, gives it to Thong, but the ball given to him in too close a quarters. He couldn't handle it. It goes out of bounds, and Lamar has it. We're going to have timeout, Western Nebraska. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the half. 22-19, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hi, this is Larry from Russell's Automotive. Listen up, car enthusiasts. Here at Russell's Automotive, we sell and service performance exhaust systems. Let our exhaust professionals get you all set up. The custom system includes dual or single exhaust, choice MagnaPro or Flowmaster muffler, installed with tips of your choice. Call Russell's Automotive for more information. Let's get this project started. Call 308-635-4065 or stop by at 112 West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff supports the WNCC Cougars, treating your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all of your hurts, pains, aches, and injuries. If you are experiencing pain in your head, neck, shoulders, arms, mid or low back, or down to your legs, call for an appointment today. Advantage Chiropractic is also fully certified with Optum VA. If you know a veteran that needs chiropractic care, call Levi today. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 308-633-1425. Go Cougars!
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of WNCC Athletics.
On KOZY 101.3, Western Nebraska men leading at 22-19. We've been there for a while. Neither team has scored, but it took to the 16:45 mark before Western Nebraska got a free throw from Kong to open the scoring. Lamar came right back with a two-pointer, their only lead. Western got a Carter Brown, three to make it 4-2, and since then we've had a couple of ties. 4 of them, I guess it is, to be exact. And right now, Western Nebraska leading it by 3. Press is on. Lamar gets it in. Near side, Chris Cook. Cook will give it back to Montgomery, who speeds into the forecourt. Into the corner, Wiggins for 3. It won't go. Tipped up, no, and Kong comes away with the rebound. Them Kong with the rebound for Western Nebraska. 3:45 to go. Nywish between the circles as he dribbled it across. Goes to Thorpe. Near side, Zaki. Nywish launches a 3. It's short. Rebound tipped away. And Thorpe has it underneath. He'll put the shot up and draw the foul. Thorpe had it tipped away, but he got the ball back inside. And Tim Montgomery will pick up his first personal for Lamar. It'll put Kong at the line. Right now, one lone point for him. That first free throw that went in, he missed his second. He'll have 2 shots coming here. 3:29 remaining, first half. Kong hits. That moves the lead back to 4 at 23-19. Sophomore out of Grand Island puts this one in also. 24-19, Western Nebraska. Montgomery breaks the press easily with his speed, has it across. Now slows to a stop, but continues to dribble as he tries to get teammates organized. Ball to Haywood. Wiggins. Now Montgomery. Get it into the corner, and this time the shot misses by Chris Cook on the 3. Zaki with the rebound. Biko Johnson, now Nywish. Nywish to Thorpe, just outside the free throw line with his back to the basket. He'll give it to Thorpe, who zips a pass to Nywish right side. Nywish drives in on the paint, tries to feed inside. It's knocked away, and Bile touched it last for Lamar. Western will have it with 10 on the shot clock. 24-19, Western Nebraska. Nywish will be down in the right corner to inbound this one for the Cougars. Kong with it right side. Kong into the paint. The runner won't go, but slammed in by Zaki on the dunk. That'll make it 26-19. A couple of slams on offensive rebounds for Western Nebraska in this game. Montgomery, Cook, Montgomery again. Now Bile with it. Wiggins, Montgomery again. They're a long way from the hoop. Get it into the free throw line, and the 15-footer for Haywood goes in. Half a dozen for Kahil Haywood. It's 26-21 as that snaps the run by Western Nebraska. Ball to Thorpe. It was knocked away, but he'll win the race to get it back. Zaki, extra pass down low. Thorpe has it rejected from behind. A foul will be called. And Thorpe will end up going to the line. I think Bile got that one. He did. That's his second. So immediately we have a sub hopping off the bench for Lamar on the far side, but he'll have to wait as Thorpe is at the line to shoot. Carl Thorpe, 1 out of 2 at the line. He hits 60% on the season. This one goes in. So he makes the score 27-21. Jones comes back in for Lamar. He does replace Bile, who picked up that second. Two players for Lamar with 2 fouls each. Thorpe has this one rattle out. Rebound Haywood of Lamar. He'll give it to Montgomery. Long pass on ahead. Jones with it. Josh Jones wheels on the baseline. Has to pass the ball away to Bile, or Haywood it is now with it. Now Montgomery. Montgomery, cross-court pass. Cook. Chris Cook has hit a couple of threes. At 6'5", he's got range. He'll try another one. This one's off long, and the rebound, Biko Johnson. Biko with it, brings him up. Alley-oop was too high, and the turnover gives it back to Lamar as the ball hit the backboard, ricocheted to the running lopes of Lamar. Minute 20 to go, 6-point Western Nebraska lead. High pass, but taken in by Haywood. He'll drive, goes off glass. It won't go. Rebound taken off by Haywood. He'll miss again. Miss again. Nywish takes the tipped rebound down court. Nywish, nice feed, and the layup for Zaki. A no-look pass caught the defense napping, and it's 29-21 as we cross 1 minute to go in the first half. Montgomery with it for Lamar. He'll stop, goes low with it, and the shot rattles out. Looked like it was in for Cook, but it did not fall. Western has the rebound, 40 seconds to go, leading it by 8 points as we near halftime. Shot clock at 18, game clock at 32. Biko Johnson lobs to Thorpe. It was a bad pass knocked away, but Thorpe has it, puts it up, misses. Kong with it. He'll dish it in the corner. Nywish can't get the 3 to go, but he's knocked down by Montgomery, and it'll be 3 shots coming here as Montgomery picks up his second. So a trio of players, 2 fouls each for Lamar. Western Nebraska, the same story. Brown, Sawyer, and Zaki have 2. For Lamar, it's Richvine, Montgomery, and Bile. Nywish at the line for Western Nebraska. His first of 3, hits the front, the back, and goes in. So a shooter's touch for Nywish. He has 7 already in this ball game. He's coming off an 18-point performance at Torrington. Second one also. Now we're going to see Zaki out, and we see Dmitry Nikolic come in, the 6'4" freshman out of Serbia, in the last 20 seconds, just trying to prevent a foul out there. Nikolic, a lot of energy. He's always running around. Sometimes good things happen, sometimes they don't. Zaki hits again. Got all 3 of them, and it's 32-21. Or Nywish hit there, not Zaki. Ball comes inbounds to Haywood. Haywood with 15 seconds to go as he crosses the timeline. Wants to give it to Montgomery, the playmaker. Montgomery with it. Shot clock off, of course. We're inside 8 seconds to go now. Montgomery with Josiah Deolis on him will drive, puts it up, misses the shot, knocked out of bounds. The buzzer went off just as the referee's whistle shrilled. And I think we're going to have just a little time left here at halftime. Western was up trying to encourage the fact halftime would be here, but the officials get together and say, yes, we're going to put a little time back on the clock, and it will be Lamar to inbound down on the baseline. Half a second. So they do have time to catch it and shoot. Right side of the board. Ball and alley-oop into the middle. It's knocked away by Nywish, and we're at halftime. Good defense there by Nywish. Just as soon as he got a hand on it, the clock started. We're at halftime, and it's 32, and believe it or not, 21 for Lamar. They average nearly 86 points a ball game. Won't take long to total the scoring, but we'll have a bunch of stats to bring you, that's for sure. Again, 32-21, Western Nebraska on the West Coast.
The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing is your headquarters for banners, business cards, uniforms, t-shirts, jackets, and all your sports gear. All of us at Scottsbluff Screen Printing are very proud to be a part of this valley for over 20 years, and we stand behind all of our products. If you can dream it up, Scottsbluff Screen Printing can make it happen. When you need to customize anything for your team, business, or just yourself, Scottsbluff Screen Printing is the answer. For embroidery, screen printing, or anything else you can dream of, Scottsbluff Screen Printing at 1813 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Life has a way of throwing unexpected events and new opportunities our way. When life goals change with time or if fluctuating markets throw your plan off course, Wells Fargo Advisors' investment planning process offers the flexibility to make the adjustments you need to help you live the life you want. When life happens, we can help. For more information, call Ryan Windhorst, Senior Vice President of Investments, today at 632-7561. That's 632-7561.
No job is ever done without the right fuels. This is Brian from Dooley Oil. In this country, our extreme conditions call for extreme measures. We carry both red and clear diesel treated with power service to keep injectors clean and add lubricity and avoid gelling in tough and cold weather. We also offer a full line of house products designed to keep you on the road and field. Committed to service, Dooley Oil offers delivery too. Stop in at 2475 North 10th Street on the Scottsbluff Gearing Highway or call 633-2764.
Your exclusive home for WNCC Athletics, 1013 KOZY.
Western Nebraska leads it at halftime 32-21 over a high-scoring Lamar team, but both teams took a long time to get on the board. It was 16:45 to go when Kong hit a free throw to take the zeros off the board. Lamar hit a fielder to take the lead, but Carter Brown came back with a three, and it was 4-2. So far, that's our second and last lead change. We were tied at 9, 11, 15, and 17. Western Nebraska led 19-18 when they started to add some points. It was 25-18 with 5:20 to go. 22-19, then 24-19 with 3.5 minutes to go on a pair of free throws. 26-19, 26-21, and after that, it was Western Nebraska free throw, a fielder, and Nywish hitting 3 free throws in a row for a 6-0 run to end the half and give Western Nebraska the lead, 32-21 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See Agent Travis Hawk, proudly serving Scottsbluff and Gearing.
Fender bender, hailstorm, couldn't stop on the ice in time? After everyone is safe, Scottsbluff Body and Paint should be the first call you make. There isn't a better shop in the area. Our highly skilled team is experienced at performing all auto body repair and paint jobs. Stop by anytime and speak to one of our technicians, and we'll do a full inspection to show you just how little our repair services will cost you. Our work is not complete until your car is safe and you're on the road again. Call today, Scottsbluff Body and Paint, 225-6408.
Your home for Cougar Athletics, 1013 KOZY.
Western Nebraska leads it at halftime as both teams have hit 2 out of 10 on three-pointers. We'll look at that in a bit. Let's look at individual scoring. A trio with 6 each for Lamar. Kevin Wiggins, their leading scorer, averaging 21, has 6 on 3 fielders. Cahill Haywood with 6. He averages 16 and a half. He's only 2 of 6 in free throwing. He came in hitting 80.7 from the line. 6 points, Chris Cook. He's hit a pair of threes. He averages 16 and a half. Again, we mentioned before the game in our interview with the coach, Billy Engel, that 3 of the players average 2/3 of the points for Lamar. So if you can keep them off the board, you're going to have a good shot. 2 points, Tim Montgomery, 1 for Thurl Beal Vile. He has 1 out of 3 in free throwing. Playing but not scoring, Kiplin Richvine and Josh Jones for Lamar in the first half. They have had 7 play and 5 score. Back to look at Western Nebraska's scoring. 32-21, Western Nebraska on the West Coast score.
Be the envy of the neighborhood with the new Green Mountain Grill from High Plains Spas and Recreation. In addition to Green Mountain Grills, High Plains Spas and Recreation also has the pellets, cooking spices, rib racks, smoking shelves, covers, and other accessories, as well as replacement parts. If they don't have what you need, they could get it. Yep, get a Green Mountain Grill and be that neighbor that's always admired for the wonderful, yummy barbecue smells. High Plains Spas and Recreation, open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 1725 East Overland in Scottsbluff.
Take advantage of volume discounts during West Coast Cenex oil sale. Restock your lubricant and grease needs for 2022, and as an added bonus, earn a $50 Visa gift card with every 125 gallons of Cenex product purchased. Don't delay. These programs expire February 28th, 2022. So contact your local Westco representative today. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of the Cougars.
Western Nebraska men lead it at halftime, 32-21. We'll visit with the women's coach, Chad Gibney, here in a bit, but let's look at scoring for the men. Biko Johnson has 6, a 2, a 3, 1 out of 2 at the line. 9 for Aguanawish, 3 twos. He went 3 for 3 after being fouled on a three-point attempt. 4 points, Zaki. 3 for Them Kong, all from the free throw line. He's 3 out of 4. Carter Brown has a 3. Carl Thorpe, 1 of 2 at the line with a 2-pointer. Chancellor Johnson has 2. Rodney Sawyer has 2. Coming in and playing defensively right at the end, Dimitri Nikolic and Josiah Deolos. They go scoreless in the game so far. So Western Nebraska doing a good job on defense, at least. Offensively, they have some making up to do, shall we say, but 8 have scored out of the 10 that have played in the game. Western Nebraska leads it by 11, 32-21. Back to talk with Coach Chad Gibney of the women right after this.
Katie, remember the day you made me the happiest man alive? I asked if you wanted to live to the fullest, to wake up every morning savoring potato olays, fluffy scrambled eggs, and breakfast burritos from Taco John's, and you said,
"Get your hands off my burrito."
Oh, Katie, I love when you whisper sweet nothings.
Wake up and go with bigger, bolder, better breakfast. Only at Taco John's.
Drive-thru open at 6 a.m., dining room open at 8. Taco John's, with locations in Scottsbluff, Gearing, and Bridgeport. You can take the trailer out of Texas, but you can't take the Texas out of the trailer. PJ Trailers are built in Texas with the same attention to detail to hold up to the hardworking professional using them. Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff is your authorized PJ Trailer dealer with a wide variety of sizes. ATV trailers, car haulers, equipment trailers, tilt deck, and gooseneck trailers. Ryan's is also a full-service welding shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710.
Your home for WNCC Athletics.
That's KOZY 101.3. We have Chad Gibney of the women along. 84-48 on the game. You were in the 80s for the 6th time this year, Coach, even though it didn't hit your average of 91. Defense, I thought, was really good. Maybe I'm getting spoiled offensively. I thought you left some points out there.
Yeah, I thought defensively we were really locked in. I thought that they had to earn their baskets, especially in the first half. They went on a little run there in the second quarter, but for the most part, they had everything that they scored was certainly earned. So defensively, I think 27 through 3 quarters is really good, and to keep a team in the 40s, very happy.
Maybe you need to see if you can go between first and second back to the locker room. Your third quarters lately have just been amazing. You had a 21-7 advantage here. Third quarter in Torrington on Sunday was a huge advantage. I believe the one against McCook last Friday, same story. Boy, I don't know what you do at halftime, but it's working.
Yeah, we've come out of the locker room and played really well in those third quarters and tried to put teams away. So yeah, I've been happy. There's no doubt about it. And like you said, on the offensive side of the ball, to score 84 when you don't shoot it well from the arc or the foul line, that's a good thing. I thought we got good shots. I thought we moved the ball well. Really pleased with our performance tonight.
Yeah. Angeles, their best player, 18.1 points, really struggled in the first half. She ended with 14. She's a good player.
Really good player. And same thing. I mean, she got some baskets there, a lot of them late. But we talked about we wanted her to end up with more shots than points. And she had 15 shots, 14 points. So we'll take that as a win. And I thought we did a really good job on her, especially for three quarters.
Short turnaround. NJC comes in tomorrow. They haven't played since, I believe it was Tuesday in Lamar.
Yep,
Is that right?
they played Lamar Tuesday.
And so they'll have a little more rest. But I'd say your team's just on a roll right now. You might want to play 7 days a week. Just to get it going.
Yeah, hey, we don't mind it. We know that, in the national tournament, you're potentially playing 3 or 4 days in a row. So back-to-backs are no problem for us.
Okay, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Chad Gibney along with us at halftime. In the men's game, Western Nebraska, 6-0 run to finish the half, leads it 32-21 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Regional West Rehab Center offers complete therapy for patients after injury or surgery, or for those with chronic conditions. We use a team approach, keeping in contact with physicians, nurses, caseworkers, and other therapists for a seamless level of care. Because we're a full-service rehab center, we provide coordinated care, which means our patients can receive multiple therapies during each visit. Call 308-630-1355 to schedule an appointment. Regional West Rehab Center.
Are you fed up with the cattle not getting what they need from the forages they're on? Need something to help bridge that gap? That's where Purina Rangeland protein tubs come in. They have consistent intake and nutrient delivery that help to eliminate overconsumption. They also provide high-quality bypass proteins to maximize animal performance and have trace minerals that aim to promote better fertility, immune function, and overall health. So stop struggling. Stop by Marker Ag to get your Purina Rangeland protein tubs today. Located at 718 21st Avenue in Scottsbluff.
Your home and away voice for the Cougars. 1013 KOZY.
Western Nebraska men lead it at halftime 32-21. Looking at rebounding, 24-21 advantage for Western Nebraska. They've been led by Kong with 8. Biko Johnson has 3. Out of the 21 for Lamar, Montgomery and Haywood each have a trio of rebounds. Unofficially, turnovers, 6 on Lamar, 5 on Western Nebraska. That's well under Western Nebraska's average of 16 and a half in a game. So see if they can keep that up here in the second half. Shooting-wise, Lamar 3 of 9 in free throwing, and their best free throw shooters 2 of 6. That's a big story of that. Haywood hitting 80.7 coming in is 2 of 6. Western Nebraska 8 of 11 for 73% at halftime compared to 33% for Lamar. Both teams have made 2 out of 10 threes for 20%. And on two-pointers, Lamar is 6 of 19. Western Nebraska 9 of 22. Overall, Lamar is hitting 28% at 8 of 29. And Western Nebraska 34%, 11 of 32. Off the bench, Western Nebraska with 7. All of the points for Lamar have come from their starters so far. We'll have the second half coming up, 32-21, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard.
We take this opportunity to say thank you to the community we live in and the customers we are privileged to serve. This is Kevin Wolverton, Nebraska Market President with Western States Bank. All of us here want to wish you and your family the very best this holiday season. May the new year be filled with health, happiness, and prosperity. In warm appreciation of our association during this past year, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all.
Western States Bank, better together, member FDIC, NMLS number 938183.
Your smile is in good hands. Hello, I'm Dr. Caitlin Lastavica, and I'm so happy to be serving patients from Scottsbluff, Gearing, and the surrounding area. We offer general, cosmetic, and restorative dentistry with family-friendly hours, including emergencies. We're welcoming new patients, including children. Call us today for an appointment at 632-5131, and I assure you your smile is in good hands.
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of WNCC Athletics.
On KOZY 101.3, we go to the second half of play. Western Nebraska on a 6-0 run to end the half. Let's see if they can keep it up. Helping to bring you the ball game, Floyd's Truck Center, your commercial farm and feed truck center, representing Freightliner, Western Star, and Harsh. They're located at 322 South Beltline Highway East in Scottsbluff. Lamar comes out. It'll be Montgomery, Wiggins, Jones, Richvine. Well, no, Richvine went back over to the side now, so it'll be Bile out there along with Cook. So Western Nebraska will be on defense to open. It's Kong, Thorpe, Nywish, Zaki, and Biko Johnson for Western Nebraska. Both teams 10-6. Western Nebraska, however, still looking for their first win in the South Sub-region. They're 0-1. Lamar's 2-1. Montgomery with it. Goes to Jones, left side. Wiggins in front of the Lamar bench. Back to Jones. He turns and makes about a 2-foot pass to Montgomery. He'll get rid of it to Wiggins. They'll go high post Jones outside Montgomery. He'll bury the three-pointer. Montgomery, first three of the game for him, and that drops that 6-0 run in a hurry. 32-24, Western Nebraska. Nywish, half a minute into the quarter, gives to Biko Johnson. Johnson will try and answer with a three and does so. Johnson makes it 35-24, back to that 11-point lead. Little pressure, but Wiggins gets rid of it to Montgomery. Montgomery goes high post. Now Wiggins left side. His three-pointer goes in. This is the guy, if he heats up, you need to worry. 35-27. Both teams have hit threes, two of them for Lamar, one for Western Nebraska here to start the second half out. What a change offensively. Biko Johnson drives. That'll be traveling call. Biko drove into the middle, could find nobody to pass to, and the turnover results as he came back down with the basketball. 18 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the game. Press on, but Montgomery gets it into Wiggins. Right back to Montgomery. Now Cook. Montgomery to the center jump circle. He has it across the timeline. Will set the offense. Chris Cook back out to Montgomery. Swing it to Wiggins left side. Drives into the paint. Dishes out to Montgomery. Extra pass into the corner. Here's Wiggins. Montgomery again. And it rattles out. And Kong rebounds for Western Nebraska. Long pass ahead to Biko Johnson. He'll get it to Nywish. Nywish back to Biko Johnson. He'll start right side. Takes the screen. The drive. Puts it in with big contact from Bile and gets it to go. He's in doubles now with 5 already this half. Here's the drive. Shot won't go. Tipped outside. Biko Johnson has it. Biko across 3-on-3. Finds Zaki. He'll get it inside Kong. Turns. Contact. Throws up a shot to avoid that one. And now we'll have a block foul called. Isn't that the way it goes? Contact underneath, nothing, and then a foul will be called. And I'm not saying that isn't the case, but it just seems ironic that you have all the contact underneath, and then all of a sudden a foul outside. Biko Johnson will have the foul, probably deservedly so. Brown with 2, Sawyer with 2, Johnson 1, Nywish 1, Chancellor Johnson 1, Zaki with 2. Lamar has the ball, 37-27. Montgomery comes into the paint area. It's swatted away from behind. Montgomery picks it up. Montgomery will get rid of it. Here's Haywood. He'll step back, takes a 17-footer. It rolls out. And the rebound, Lamar, saved by Wiggins. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Here comes the three-pointer. Cook has it roll out, and the rebound's knocked out of bounds, and it's off of Bile of Lamar. Well, we've had 6 points for Lamar on a pair of threes. 5 points, Western Nebraska, 3 and a 2 by Biko Johnson. 17 minutes, 10 seconds remain in the ball game. Biko Johnson across on the left side with a left-handed dribble, gives to Thorpe. Now Zaki on the weave to Nywish. Nywish out to Biko Johnson. Man-to-man defense by Lamar. They've been in it all the time. We're inside 17 minutes to go now. Biko waiting for people to get set. Shot clock's under 10. Biko starts left, fakes the three, drives, shovels it to Thorpe for the thunderous jam. Assist Biko Johnson. 39-27, Western Nebraska. Montgomery hurries the ball to the hoop. He'll dish it down low. It was knocked away, but Cook saves it for Lamar. Out to Wiggins. He'll miss the three, and the rebound taken off by Biko Johnson. Western Nebraska with it. Biko across the timeline, far side dribble. Behind the back into traffic. He's in trouble, and it'll be taken away. Turnover, and here comes Lamar, 4-on-2. Wiggins fakes, drives, knocked away by Nywish, recovered by Thorpe. Pass it ahead to Biko Johnson. He makes a lazy pass. It's intercepted back. Turnovers, and it's getting sloppy. Here's the drive, layup, and it'll be an offensive foul called against Lamar. It was close to being in the arc, but Thorpe got outside just enough. And the foul against Tim Montgomery is his third. And it's a turnover. So already we have had 3 turnovers on Western, 2 on Lamar after a relatively unscathed first half. Carter Brown comes back in. Josiah Diolos in for Western. Josiah played late on that defensive stand right at the end of the half. Back in here, handling the ball. Montgomery on him. Josiah takes it to the right side. Here he comes to the hoop. He'll put it up. It comes off the back iron. Rebound saved by Thorpe. He'll get it to Sawyer. Sawyer takes a set shot for 3. Count it. 42-27, Western Nebraska. Now Cook. He's in the forecourt for Lamar on the right free throw line extended. Nywish switches off on him. Pass to Bile. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It went off of Lamar. Another turnover on Lamar. They're 9th. We're going to have timeout. Justin Sellers and Lamar. 15-17 to go. 15-point lead. 42-27 for Western Nebraska on the West Coast.
Same great food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner is still being served at Perkins, along with yummy muffins, cookies, and pies. Just in time for the cool weather, our home-style menu brings pot roast stroganoff, pot roast melt, and pot roast dinner. When you're in, be sure to ask your server how to sign up for Perkins E-Club, where you can get Perkins coupons and special promotions sent to your email. You can sign up online or in your Perkins in Scotts Bluff. Home-style cooking, any way you slice it. Perkins Restaurant and Bakery, Scotts Bluff.
Your exclusive home for WNCC Athletics, 101.3 KOZY.
Western Nebraska leading at 42-27 after exploding for 10 points now compared to 6 for Lamar after a 6-0 run to end the half. Helping to bring you the ball game, Monument Physical Therapy. They offer the Bumps and Bruises program, offering 1 free consultation and 1 free follow-up for all area athletes. That's Monument Physical Therapy in Gehring. And contact Jennifer Urdialis, your local 5-star lender with Castle and Cook Mortgage. For a simple, friendly, and fast loan process for your home purchase or refinance, contact Jennifer. Castle and Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle. Following the timeout, it will be Western Nebraska with the basketball. 15-17 remaining here in the game. Both teams 10-6. Lamar 2-1 in the sub. Their loss, a 5 overtime affair against NJC at home on Tuesday. Diolos across. Thorpe high post. Gives to Brown. Back out to Diolos. Diolos to Carter Brown. Brown faked the 3. Drives. Flips the ball out to Nywish. Extra pass. Diolos from the top. The 3 won't go. Rebound was lost. Nywish battling for it. Thorpe also, and it was knocked away. Lamar will have the basketball. We're inside 15 minutes to go in the game. 14:57. 15-point lead. Richline comes in for Lamar. Kipling Richvine out of Brooklyn. Press on. They'll flip it in, and it's Thorpe intercepting it to Diolos. Diolos fires a pass high. Sawyer has it. His reverse layup goes in somehow. 10th turnover on Lamar makes it 44-27, Western Nebraska. Here comes Montgomery, mile a minute. Diolos gets in front of him to cut him off. Now Montgomery drives baseline, spins into the paint, puts it up and in. He was not to be denied that time. Here's Carter Brown with it. Nywish, 44-29, Western Nebraska. Sawyer trying to drive, comes into the paint, turns, puts it up. It hangs, won't go. Rebound taken away by Lamar. 14 minutes, 12 seconds to go. 15-point Western Nebraska lead. Montgomery handling it. Bile out top. Flips it over to Chris Cook, the three-point threat for sure. He'll come into the paint. High archer goes in from about 10 feet out. Cook had to put a lot of arch on that one and makes it 44-31. Lamar trying to mount a comeback here. Diolos across. Nywish, near side, Sawyer. Sawyer wanting a Thorpe screen, can't really take advantage of it. He'll give it to Thorpe, top of the circle. He's going to launch from out there, but miss off the back iron. Diolos tips it up to keep it alive, but Jones comes up with it for Lamar. Here's Richvine. Richvine to the hoop, and it's knocked out of bounds by Western Nebraska. We're going to see Kong come back in. Biko Johnson also. Nywish and Thorpe will take breathers. Montgomery to the right side of the board to inbound for Lamar. 22 on the shot clock, 13:21 on the game clock. Ball comes into the corner wide open. He was left open, and Cook makes Western pay. He's in doubles, and it's 44-34. Back down to a 10-pointer. Kong. Diolos. Diolos driving to the right. Comes into the paint, puts it up, draws the foul. Diolos, nice step to the hoop from the right side, drew all kinds of attention. And the foul will go against Richvine, which will be his third. Coming off the bench, he had two in the first half, now picks up one with 13:02 to go. It'll put Diolos at the line. Josiah, 71% free throw shooter, a graduate of Scottsbluff High School, and the first one goes in. So he's got his name in the book. That'll be the 6th game he's scored in out of the 11 he's played in so far this year. 45-34, breaking the run that Lamar had put together here. Second shot also in for Diolos. 46-34. Press on as Cook has it for Lamar. Montgomery, long pass on ahead. Turning, taking a quick three and hitting it is Jones. First points Jones has scored. Lamar wants timeout. 46-37, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard.
Tired of choosing between errands and adventures? Platte Valley Bank can help you take everything without missing anything. Next time you get a check, just sign, snap, and send the money directly into your account with mobile deposit. We can't fill your fridge, but we can save you a trip to the bank. Mark another errand off your list and get back to life. You're busy, we make it easy, you belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
You're home for Cougar Athletics, 101.3 KOZY.
Both teams with 7-0 runs in this half. Western Nebraska leads it by 9, 46-37, after leading by 11 at halftime. 32-21 on a 6-0 run late. Timeout was taken by Lamar. Western will have it, and it looks like Kipling Richvine's going to put a little one-man press on himself. Biko Johnson to get it into Josiah Diolos. Diolos will give it right back to Biko, and they'll relax the press, and Biko is across unopposed. Kong, now high post Sawyer. Diolos, he'll get it to Brown. He'll launch the three and hit it. Brown with a pair of threes in the game, And it's 49-37, Western Nebraska. Cook gets rid of the basketball to Montgomery. Montgomery goes to the baseline, steps back, takes the 15-footer, and hits it. Montgomery averages 9.2, and he has 9 in the game. 49-39. Diolos flips the ball far side. Biko Johnson back to Diolos. He'll take the three-pointer. It rolls all the way around and comes out. Cook rebounds for Lamar. 10-point lead. Lamar down as they have the basketball into the forecourt. Rich Vine fakes, drives, shovels it into the middle, and the layup by Bile. 49-41 as Bile has his first fielder, his third point. 8-point lead, Western Nebraska. Maybe an important offensive possession here. We'll see. Sawyer with it right side. Give it to Carter Brown. Brown makes a pass out to Diolos, knocked away, but he gets it back from Rich Vine. Now Brown. Brown steps back, shot clock at 8. Sawyer takes it to the right side, comes inside, puts it up off the side of the glass, rebound Lamar. Montgomery with it, 11:15 to go, clock running as he comes across. Passes into the middle, it was tipped, and Bile comes up with it somehow and lays it in. 49-43, Lamar on the second Bile hoop in a row to cut it to half a dozen. Biko Johnson. Biko faked the handoff, goes baseline, but backs out. Sawyer with it in the corner. Sawyer knocked away, picks it back up. 10 on the shot clock. Biko pulls up for an 18-footer. It's off the back. Kong rebounds. Kong, no-look pass out to Carter Brown. 3 goes in. He's fouled. It'll be a chance at a 4-point play for Carter Brown as Montgomery will pick up his 4th personal foul, and there's still 10:40 remaining in the ball game. That makes it a 9-point lead, 52-43. Brown will be shooting the free throw. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he's at 87.9% now, which is 18th in the country. We're going to see Haywood back in. Montgomery goes out, and he just started heating up for Lamar. He has 7 points this half, 9 in the game. Carter Brown swishes the free throw home for the 4-point play. That makes it 53-43. The drive, Jones misses the layup, rebound outside to Kong. Kong zips it on ahead to Brown. Brown steps back, three-pointer won't go. It's tipped up, no good. Rebound comes away to Bile. Long pass. Bile gets it over to Haywood. He'll slam it home. Haywood, first points of this half. He makes it 53-45. 8-point lead, Western Nebraska. They have possession. Nywish being picked up by Rich Vine. He's out near the center jump circle, now working toward the right side. Takes a screen back left, nothing developing. Reverses it to Biko Johnson. Johnson will drive paint, puts it up. It's tipped, but it goes in. Biko Johnson got it to go somehow. It's back to a 10-point lead, 55-45, 9:45 to go. Cook across, hooks the pass to Rich Vine. Rich Vine shovels it low. Ball lost on the way up by Bile, but now it's a recovery, and Rich Vine lays it in on the turnover. Western Nebraska had it on the rebound, but lost it, and it's back to an 8-pointer again, 55-47. We've been seesawing there for a while. Nywish to Brown. 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Biko Johnson, no-look pass down to Kong. He'll lay it in. He's fouled. Kong changed hands from the right to the left, put it home, and the foul will go against Bile, his third for Lamar. We've got timeout on the court. Western Nebraska leading it 57-47 with 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hi, this is Larry from Russell's Automotive. Listen up, car enthusiasts. Here at Russell's Automotive, we sell and service performance exhaust systems. Let our exhaust professionals get you all set up. The custom system includes dual or single exhaust, choice of Magnaflow or Flowmaster muffler, installed with tips of your choice. Call Russell's Automotive for more information. Let's get this project started. Call 308-635-4065 or stop by at 112 West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of the Cougars.
Since Carter Brown's 4-point play, making it a 10-point game, the teams have just alternated baskets. At the timeout, Western Nebraska back up by 10 at 57-47. Helping to bring you the ball game today, Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all of your quality automotive repair needs. And for more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst, 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. Western Nebraska with 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go, leading by 10. The other night, Lamar was ahead by 14 with about 10 minutes to go. It was tied, went to overtime. NJC missed a free throw with 3 seconds to go in the first overtime that would have won it. And then Lamar missed last-minute shots, one of them a layup in the second and third OTs. And finally, NJC ends up winning the basketball game, 117-109. Kong will be at the line to see if he can complete the three-point play. He does. So now out of his 6 points, 2 of them come from the floor. We're going to have Montgomery back in for Lamar. Wow. Haywood comes out. So Montgomery playing with 4 fouls, but I think Justin Sellers saying, Montgomery, the hot hand, we got to get him in there. Back of the timeline, he'll pass it ahead to Richvine. Richvine right in front of me with Carter Brown on him defensively, yo-yoing it slowly. Now flips it far side to Montgomery. Montgomery looking for a low post pass. It wasn't there. He'll flip it into the corner. Chris Cook hits the three-pointer. Cook with 14. He averages 16 and a half. 57-50. Western Nebraska. Kong takes the pass in, leaping high for it. Now trying to direct traffic around. He'll wait and give it to Nywish. Nywish draws a quick double team. Nywish drives into the paint, flips it down to Kong. He'll slam it home. Kong makes it a 59-50 Western lead. Long pass into the corner to Jones. Jones drives paint, and we're going to have a foul called as he was double teamed on the block after driving in, and Biko Johnson will pick up his second personal. So a pair of free throws coming here for Jones, who hit a 3 earlier. He averages just under 6 points a game. Coming off the bench, he became the first bench player to score for Lamar in the game. He misses the first free throw. He has one more coming. Correction, Richvine had become the first bench player to score. He had 2 earlier. Free throw goes in for Jones, so 1 out of 2, and he'll make it a 9-point lead, Western Nebraska. 60-51. Biko Johnson, hesitation dribble, can't shake free, takes a screen from Kong, gives it to Nywish. Nywish fakes, drives, puts it up, and draws the foul. Nywish, just such a tough physical player, draws the foul. It'll go against Richvine, and he'll have his 4th personal of the ball game. So 2 players in extreme trouble for Lamar now, and Nywish will be at the line. Nywish trying to hit double digits for what would be the 12th time this year. He'll get it to go. So he's with 10, and it's back to a 10-point lead. 61-51, Western Nebraska. 7:51 remaining in the game. Nywish hits again. So 62-51, Western Nebraska. See, Nywish will come out for a breather now. We have Sawyer. We have Biko Johnson. Brown. See, far side, that'll be Chancellor Johnson and Thorpe in the game. Rich Vine inbounds to Chris Cook. Crook will bring it across the timeline. He'll be doubled right there. He's in trouble, but he gets rid of the pass, and it'll be taken by Rich Vine, now Montgomery. Rich Vine, long way away, gives to Cook. He'll take the long three, but it's off the back iron. Biko Johnson rebounds, left side pass. Chancellor Johnson launches, it bounces, it comes away after hitting twice, and Jones rebounds for Lamar. 7:20 to go. Here's Rich Vine, mile a minute. He'll take it down low on the block. Can't get the shot away, but he'll give it away, and the shot won't go for Cook. Rebound knocked outside, and it'll be Sawyer with it. Sawyer, pass on ahead, Chancellor Johnson. Brown from the corner, but the three won't go. Biko Johnson started up. It was knocked away, and it's out of bounds off Lamar. And Western Nebraska will have the ball with 7 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. 62-51, Biko Johnson had it, and it was knocked away. We're going to have a timeout taken. And with 7:02 to go, Western Nebraska leads by 11 on the West Coast scoreboard.
The Simmons Olsen Law Firm has been a proud member of the Scottsbluff-Gearing community for decades. The 13 lawyers and 10 staff members are committed to the Panhandle. The Simmons Olsen Law Firm sets the standard in legal representation to help you solve problems and provides help and monetary support to many organizations in our community. Whether supporting our student athletes and schools or the many organizations that help those in need, the lawyers and staff of the Simmons Olsen Law Firm are committed to making our communities thrive.
Your home for WNCC Athletics.
KOZY 101.3 bringing you the games. We'll have the pair tomorrow against Northeastern Junior College, or NJC. 2 o'clock for the women, 4 for the men. Pregame around 1:45 exclusively on 101.3. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff proudly supports the WNCC Cougars. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all your chiropractic needs. Call Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 633-1425. Western Nebraska has led ever since Carter Brown hit the three to make it 4-2, but we've been tied 4 times after that, but Western Nebraska has never given up the lead. Led it at halftime 32-21, and right now 62-51. So both teams have put 30 points up in the first 13 minutes of the second half. Western Nebraska has it. Chancellor Johnson into Biko Johnson. 15 on the shot clock now. Carter Brown right side. Sawyer. Chancellor Johnson. Shot clock inside 10. Chancellor finds Sawyer. He'll drive to the paint. Knocked away 2-1. Puts the shot up, and it goes in. It rim rattles around and goes in for Sawyer. 64-51. Western Nebraska took all of the available time and then scores. Here's Rich Vine to the right side. He'll pass to Haywood, back to Rich Vine. Nice move. He'll come to the paint, and we're going to have a block foul against Carter Brown. Brown slid in to the side to draw contact, and he'll have his third personal. His first one of this half, however. Nobody else with more than 2 for Western at this point. Biko Johnson to take a breather. Nywish, Thorpe, Sawyer, Chancellor Johnson, and Brown in the ball game. It'll be Wiggins down on the right side to flip it in. He'll get it to Montgomery. Montgomery, right side pass. Open is Haywood. He'll miss the 3. Rebound Wiggins. His 5-footer goes in as it crawls around a while and then falls for his 11th point. 64-53. Western Nebraska with 6 minutes to go now in the game. Nywish on the right side. He'll go baseline, cuts in underneath, and makes a bad pass. Montgomery anticipated well and intercepted it. Montgomery brings it up on the left side, passes to Rich Vine, get it in the corner to Cook. His 3 bounds away, and the rebound to Nywish. Agua Nywish soaring high with proper position there. 5:35 to go. Western Nebraska leading by 11, 64-53. Nywish takes a double screen to the right side. fighting through Richvine. Give it back to Sawyer. The three-pointer bounces off, and it's out of bounds off of Lamar. Thorpe was getting close, but Haywood knocked it away, so he couldn't put it back up, and Western Nebraska will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. 5:20 on the game clock. Carter Brown goes to Sawyer outside. Cross it over to Nywish, right side. He'll launch the three-pointer. It rolls out. And the rebound taken off by Wiggins of Lamar. He'll dribble up himself on the right side. Crosses over. Nice pass by Cook down low. And the layup for Richvine. 64-55. 9-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go now in the game. Western's been settling for threes the last few times. Chancellor Johnson with it to Brown. Brown to Nywish. Thorpe posted on the right side. Jump hook blocked out of bounds by Lamar. Shot clock at 9. Thorpe will come in. Biko Johnson will come in for Western Nebraska, and we're going to see Bile back, or excuse me, Haywood it is. Nope. Let's see who else was out there. Bile it is. Bile that comes in. Couldn't see for a moment on the side. He was screened off. Right side, Western Nebraska to inbound with 9 on the shot clock. Biko Johnson looking for a drive. It's not really there. He'll dribble a couple of times, pull up, and the free throw line jumper is long. Rebound tipped outside, and Sawyer wins the battle for Western Nebraska. New shot clock for Western. Kong with it out on the right baseline. He'll spin down on the baseline, puts the shot up. It won't go, and we're going to have a tie-up, I believe. Yeah, they'll call it a jump. Biko Johnson came in and tied Khalil Haywood up, and the arrow is in Western Nebraska's favor. 4:20 to go, 64-55. We've been at that score for about 45 seconds now, and it'll be Nywish on the left side for Western Nebraska to start the play out. Biko Johnson, he'll work it way back out on top. Wiggins comes out on him. Thorpe at the top of the circle. Now Nywish right side. Biko with it. And we're going to have a foul away from the ball. And it was an illegal screen set by Sawyer. So Sawyer with his third foul. That will be the 11th turnover on Western Nebraska. 4:08 to go. Press on, and Montgomery to inbound. Remember, Montgomery has been playing with 4 fouls since the 10:40 mark. Pass on ahead, and here's the 2-on-1. Wiggins pulls up in the paint, misses the shot. Rebound tipped over to Kong. Kong with it to Sawyer. Long pass ahead, Chancellor Johnson. Johnson drives, kicks it out. Nywish for 3. Count it. That was a big one. Here down at the other end, though, we're going to have Cook fouled by Kong as he tries for a layup. He'll have to go to the line to earn him as Kong picks up his first personal of the ball game. 67-55, Western Nebraska. Now, we've got some time left. A lot of time will stop probably because of fouls, so we could have a bunch of points put up. But Western Nebraska has only been in the 70s twice this year. Free throw goes in. 67-56 is Cook now with 15 points in the game. Cook has this one rattle out, and Sawyer rebounds. 67-56. Just over 3.5 minutes to go. Biko Johnson against Wiggins. High post now to Kong. Kong gives to Nywish. He just hit a 3, had ideas of taking it early. He gives to Sawyer instead. Sawyer launches a 17-footer. It's off the back iron. Rebound Montgomery, and here comes Lamar 3-on-1. Nywish defending. He misses the dunk, but Lamar has the ball. It's off glass and good by Crook for his 17th point. Lamar takes timeout. 3 minutes, 7 seconds remain in the game. 67-58. Western Nebraska on the West Coast score.
Oh, that's the sound of someone at Papa Murphy's using fresh ingredients to make your pizza. And this is the sweet sound of your oven timer telling you that your home-baked Papa Murphy's pizza is done. Because at Papa Murphy's, we believe that Tuesday deserves something different, Like your new way of telling your family pizza is ready.
Come and get it.
Okay. Every Tuesday, get any large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Your home and away voice for the Cougars. 1013 KOZY.
Western Nebraska leading at 67-58 right now. Lamar took the timeout after they got the bucket. This half, Carter Brown has 7 points. He has 10 in the game now. Sawyer has 7 points in the game, 9 for him. Johnson, the second half, has 7 points, 13 for him. Thorpe has scored a pair. He has 5. Nywish has 5 in this half, 14 in the ball game. Kong has 5 points, 8 in the game now, 5 this half. And Diolos with 2 in this half. And Western Nebraska with a 67-58 lead. They've scored 35 points in the half. And we've had 37 for Lamar. Press is on. Sawyer to try and inbound it. He'll get it into Nywish. It's knocked away from him and taken away. Here comes Montgomery to the hoop. He'll be rejected. Sawyer was waiting for him to go up for that one and slammed it 5 rows up. So the turnover at this point hasn't resulted in any points, but it will be an inbound on the baseline here for Lamar. Rich Vine comes out of the game. Wiggins will inbound on the right side. Last year, Western Nebraska hit a last-second shot to win it by 1. Ball's knocked away. Chancellor Johnson comes up with it. Chancellor Johnson stops, takes the 3. It won't go. Rebound is Lamar's. Get it to Wiggins. Here's Wiggins to the hoop. He'll put it in. Nice move by Wiggins for his 13th point. 67-60. Press on. Get it to Sawyer. He'll drive and score. 69-60. Sawyer in doubles. 2:34 to go. Ball brought across. Wiggins with it. He's their leading scorer, remember. He'll drive paint. It's rejected by Kong. Rebound, Biko Johnson. He throws it away. Western Nebraska careless with the basketball here late in the game when they've had a chance to organize an offense, take some time, maybe make a foul on the player with 4 for Lamar, but not to be. 69-60. Haywood takes the inbound. Haywood picks up the drive, puts it up. It won't go. Rebound Sawyer. And Sawyer races up court, far side. He'll cross over near side. Get it in the corner. Chancellor Johnson misses the 3. Again, taking him way too early in the shot clock. Montgomery with it. Montgomery clears it out. Wiggins wide open. The 3 rim rattles out. Biko Johnson with it. Can Western Nebraska take some time off and get some points then? Biko Johnson across. Wisely takes it back out. Minute 44 to go. Biko, nice move on Montgomery. Gets by him, wheels and deals into the paint, but the ball's taken away. Another turnover. Get it ahead to Montgomery. He'll miss, but he's fouled. Sawyer will pick up personal number 4, denying the jam for Montgomery, and he'll have to go to the line to shoot his first free throws to get the points. 69-60. Western Nebraska turning it over a multitude of times here in the last minute playing-wise. 3 turnovers in that time. The free throw goes in for Montgomery. And we're going to see Rich Vine back in, Bile out. It's 69-61, a minute 33. Western Nebraska by 8. Montgomery, a 67% free throw shooter, misses in the rebound. Biko Johnson. Johnson will draw defensive pressure, and he'll be fouled from behind by Wiggins, who has fouls to give. That'll be his 2nd of the game. That's only the 6th, so Wiggins wise there, trying to get a foul in case they try again to put Western at the line. The 1-and-1 will then be in effect. Nywish will be inbounding. Officials getting everybody set up here, making sure we don't have too many people bumping and grinding. Nywish into Sawyer. Sawyer to Biko Johnson, left side, and the foul by Wiggins. As soon as Biko felt the contact, he threw the ball up from about the timeline, but he's not going to be able to convince the official that was in the act of shooting. He will go to the line for a 1-and-1, however, and has only shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 of the 2. Thorpe and Zaki will come in for Western Nebraska. Kong and Sawyer come out. Minute 21 to go, 69-61, Western Nebraska leading it. Biko Johnson puts it up and in, so he'll earn the bonus. That gives Biko 14 points in the ball game. He's 2 out of 3 at the stripe now, hitting only 59% on the year. Such a good shooter from outside usually. Just has struggled from 15 feet. And this one bounces twice, comes away to Lamar. Montgomery with it. He'll clear it in the middle. Here's Haywood on the run. The Euro step, he'll put it in. Haywood in doubles. It's 70-63. Ball stolen away. Richline gets the ball inside. The foul as Haywood goes up for the shot. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair as Western Nebraska just turning it over right and left here in the last couple of minutes. So the foul will go on Chancellor Johnson, and that's his second of the game. Free throw goes in. Haywood is 3 out of 7. Remember, he was the great free throw shooter percentage-wise who couldn't get him to go in the first half, but he's 1 of 1 in the second. And now 2 of 2. And we're going to have timeout. Billy Engel in Western Nebraska. 70-65. Western Nebraska leading with 1:05 to go on the West Coast scoreboard.
Be the envy of the neighborhood with the new Green Mountain Grill from High Plains Spas and Recreation. In addition to Green Mountain Grills, High Plains Spas and Recreation also has the pellets, cooking spices, rib racks, smoking shelves, covers, and other accessories, as well as replacement parts. If they don't have what you need, they could get it. Yep, get a Green Mountain Grill and be that neighbor that's always admired for the wonderful, yummy barbecue smells. High Plains Spas and Recreation, open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 1725 East Overland in Scottsbluff.
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of WNCC Athletics.
Western Nebraska has not trailed since 2-1, but just moments ago they had a 9-point lead. In fact, an 11-point lead with 3.5 minutes. Started turning it over, and it's 70-65 Western Nebraska right now. Western Nebraska will have the basketball with 1:05 to go. Both teams are in the bonus, so any fouls will result in 1-and-1s. Biko Johnson hit the front end, missed the second on his first attempt on a 1-and-1 just seconds ago. Western Nebraska at halftime was 8 of 11 in free throwing. They've made, 7 of 8 right now. Biko's miss. That was the only one so far, but the press will be on by Lamar, and Biko Johnson will be the man to inbound it. Western Nebraska up by 5 points. Nywish takes the ball, gets it right back to Biko, and a foul will be called. Biko Johnson will go to the line and shoot 1-and-1, as that will be the 8th team foul. Wiggins with his 4th, as he's fouled 3 times since 1:27, trying to get Western Nebraska at the line to miss some free throws. Well, Biko Johnson at the line, 2 out of 4. And he hits the first one, so he earns the second. That makes it 71-65, Western Nebraska. Only 3 seconds off since that timeout ended. Biko hits again. Western Nebraska will take timeout. That makes it 72-65 with 1:02 to go on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we've built our firm around a deep respect for planning. Our commitment to helping you plan effectively, invest wisely, and map a realistic course to your future is nowhere more evident than our Envision planning process. Put the process to work for you. We'll be with you every step of the way. For more information, call Ryan Windhorst, Senior Vice President of Investments, today at 632-7561. That's 632-7561.
Your exclusive home for WNCC Athletics, 1013 KOZY.
Hydrotex is your lubrication solution partner. A member of the Holiday family of companies, Hydrotex is proud to support local athletes. Lamar to inbound the basketball with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. 7-point Western Nebraska lead. Western Nebraska will put pressure on the inbound. Rich Vine gets it into Montgomery. Montgomery across, finds an opening to the right side. He'll miss the shot, however. Rebound comes to Wiggins. He misses, but it's going to be tipped in by Lamar, and they'll get a timeout. That was Haywood who tipped it in. So timeout with now 52.8 seconds to go, and Western Nebraska ahead 72-267 on the West Coast scoreboard.
It's not just any business, it's your business. I'm Jackie Shaneman, commercial lines producer at J.G. Elliott Insurance Center. You put your heart into building your business, and we are here to support you every step of the way. From property insurance to workers' compensation to a business owner's policy. Together, we will discover the right insurance coverage to protect what you have worked so hard for. Stop by at 1110 Circle Drive or visit us online at jgelliott.com.
J.G. Elliott, a Platte Valley company.
Your home for Cougar Athletics, 1013 KOZY.
4 Cougars in double digits, and Them Kong is not one of them. He has 8 right now. He's been in doubles 13 times out of the 14 games coming into this one. Only game that he did not score in doubles was against Air Force Prep, who did a nice job denying the ball down low in that huge loss for Western Nebraska at Colorado Springs. That was early in the semester. Western's come back since then. 2 tough losses against Eastern Wyoming on Sunday when both Brown and Kong didn't play, and on Friday when Kong wasn't in. Total of 7 points, the 2 losses for Western. Here is the inbound. Get it into Chancellor Johnson. Chancellor dribbling slowly left, now comes back to the right side. Has it across the timeline against Cook. To Biko Johnson. He trips, goes down, loses the handle on it. Here's Lamar on the run. Ronnie Hatch in for the first time. Handles it for a moment, now knocked away by Biko Johnson. Biko again knocking it away. And who got the timeout? I think Western Nebraska. On the floor, Billy Engel called timeout as Biko Johnson had caused the turnover. Justin Sellers thinking his team had it momentarily and should have had the timeout. They don't. 32.4 seconds to go, 72-67. Western Nebraska, the West Coast score.
Tom plows Renza's parking lot on Temperature Tuesdays.
Take that, Snowdrift. With great horsepower comes great responsibility.
Every Tuesday in January and February, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Renza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink.
And every Tuesday, the drive-thru will be drivable.
Thanks, Tom. Not all heroes wear capes.
I'm wearing one.
I know. Temperature Tuesdays are back, and Renza makes it all better.
You're listening to Chuck Swartz, the voice of the Cougars.
What a game. The women won easily, 84-48 for Western Nebraska. They're now 18-1. This one, we're going right down to the wire. 32.4 seconds to go. Western Nebraska will inbound, a step inside the timeline, leading by 5. 8 fouls against Lamar. So one more 1-and-1 if they do have to foul. Western Nebraska has fouled 7 times themselves, so the bonus in effect if Lamar can go to the line. Biko Johnson will inbound right in front of the Western bench. He gets the ball in to Chancellor Johnson. And Johnson will be grabbed onto by Chris Cook. Cook's first foul. It comes with 28.4 seconds to go. and it'll put Chancellor Johnson at the stripe. He has not shot a free throw in this ball game, and he hits only 50% on the year. Let's see, we're going to have a man come in just momentarily there for Lamar, who hasn't played much this year, Cameron Snyder. He appeared just defensively there to see if he could get the foul, but it was called against Cook. So now at the line, Chancellor Johnson. As I said, he hits half of them on the year. This one won't go, and the rebound, Lamar. Montgomery flips it near side, Richvine. Richvine drives paint and throws it away. He tried to get the ball down low to Wiggins and threw it from about 3 feet away at too hard a pace. Now we're going to see Ronnie Hatch and Cam Snyder come back in for Lamar with 20.8 seconds to go. They're designated foulers if they can't make the steal. And we're going to have a foul called before the ball really even got inbounded there. The ball just barely came in, and Cam Snyder picks up the foul with 18.7 seconds to go, his first. And it'll put Nywish at the line for Western. Now he's 5 for 5. He was fouled on a three-point attempt and made all three. Then he was fouled on a two-pointer and made them both. And now he's got two because the double bonus. It rattles around and falls in. Now we're going to see Richvine come back in. Wiggins is in. Montgomery is in. The offensive team out there is at 73-67, Western Nebraska. This one misses, but the rebound taken off by Lamar. Long pass ahead to Cook. He'll launch the three. It won't go. Nywish rebounds for Western Nebraska. He'll get it to Biko Johnson. Behind the back on the dribble. Races by and now draws the foul with 6.8 seconds to go. So we're just determining a final score. This is going to be a hard-fought win for the men who needed one to even their record at 1-1 in the South Sub-region. Haywood will pick up his first foul for Lamar. Biko Johnson has hit 3 out of his 4 this half, but misses that one. Has one more coming. 6-point lead, 6.8 seconds. This will be the second hard luck loss for Lamar in just this week, losing a 5 overtime game to NJC. Second one misses. Montgomery rebounds. He'll come up court, stops, takes the three. It's off iron, and the rebound, Chancellor Johnson, and that's it. So Western Nebraska improves to 11-6. Lamar falls 10-7 as it finishes at 73-67. NJC comes in tomorrow, but we've got to total this one up first. We'll be back. Western Nebraska wins it by 6.
Have a fireplace or wood-burning stove and need wood? We have it. The Rock Piling Gearing has firewood. They come bundled as half cords and a tote, and with a small deposit for the tote, we can easily load it on your truck or trailer. Or you can purchase it by the half cord, and we can dump it in your truck or trailer. Don't be stuck on a cold, windy Western Nebraska winter day without enough wood. Call the Rock Pile today, 631-7615. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. 2764 7th Street in Gearing.
No job is ever done without the right fuels. This is Brian from Dooley Oil. In this country, our extreme conditions call for extreme measures. We carry both red and clear diesel treated with power service to keep injectors clean and add lubricity and avoid gelling up in cold weather. We also offer a full line of house products designed to keep you on the road and field. Committed to service, Dooley Oil offers delivery too. Stop in at 2475 North 10th Street on the Scottsbluff-Gearing Highway or call 633-2764.
Your home for WNCC Athletics.
Western Nebraska trailed only once in the ball game. That was 2-1. They took the lead 4-2. That was our second lead change and the last lead change. But we were tied up at 9, 11, 15, and 17. 4 ties. Then Western Nebraska broke away 6-0 late in the half to lead at 32-21 at intermission. Teams came out raining threes in the second half after that slow offensive start for both squads. And in the second half, definitely more points put on the board. 46 for Lamar in the second half after 21 in the first half. And for Western Nebraska, they'll end up with 41 points in the half. We'll be back in just 1 minute, and we'll visit with the coach at that.
Hi, Dr. Mike Moravec here to tell you about Hydrozen, a revolutionary new therapy using an Epsom salt-saturated water float to relax and rejuvenate your body. As a doctor of physical therapy, I know about mind and body problems, and Hydrozen can definitely de-stress and speed up healing. Did you know that if you sign up for the loyalty program after booking 8 floats, number 9 is free? Take advantage by calling 308-63-FLOAT or just stop by. You can always book your float online at hydrozenfloat.com. Hydrozen, unplug and recharge.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say Allo. So don't settle for mediocre. Settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
The Simmons Olsen Law Firm has been a proud member of the Scottsbluff-Gearing community for decades. The 13 lawyers and 10 staff members are committed to the Panhandle. The Simmons Olsen Law Firm sets the standard in legal representation to help you solve problems and provides help and monetary support to many organizations in our community. Whether supporting our student athletes and schools or the many organizations that help those in need, the lawyers and staff of the Simmons Olsen Law Firm are committed to making our communities thrive.
It's time now for the Runza post-game show, presented by Runza Restaurants. Runza makes a great stop before or after every game. Win or lose, Runza makes it all better. Now, with the Runza post-game show, once again, Chuck Schwartz.
Welcome back, and before we go through all of the numbers on this one, we're going to talk with the coach, Billy Engel. A couple of things I wanted to bring up right away. You brought in Nikolic and Diolos right at the end of the half to try and prevent any starters from getting fouls. Diolos played some in the second half, had a couple of free throws for you. Good to see some other guys come off the bench for you to help produce some needed time.
No question about it. I mean, anybody from this area that's watched, their share of high school basketball know that, Josiah is one heck of a ball player. It is no shortage of talent and no shortage of athleticism. And, he's learning and learning and learning. And, he's had a really good week of practice. So, we try to take a lot of stock into how hard kids work in practice and who's getting better and, who's doing it for the right reasons. And we thought he deserved a shot tonight. Dimitri is still getting better, still learning, still growing. And, we needed him there at the end of the half.
And one thing, and I always hate to talk about negatives, and it's really not trying to be a detriment to Haywood of Lamar, but this guy at halftime was 2 of 6 in free throwing. He came into the game at 80.7%, and I mean, he just didn't look good up there at all. But then, of course, he hits 2 big ones late in the game, so you knew Cream's going to rise to the top. But, boy, it sure didn't hurt the Western favor there when he started missing free throws.
No question. It was really big for us early to not lose any momentum because the scariest thing about him is how often he gets to the free throw line and how many free throws he shoots. He's shooting 40 more free throws than the next closest guy on their roster as far as free throw attempts. So that was a big point of emphasis, was trying to keep him off the glass and trying to keep him off the line. And, when he did get there a couple times, seeing him miss sure did feel good.
Yeah, and of course we should go back and talk about the fact that I thought for a little while the earned run average for both pitchers was going to be pretty good. It was 16:45 to go before a free throw by Kong put one of the teams on the board.
No question, and we do try to hang our hat on the defensive end, and, it's something that we're getting better at as far as scoring the basketball and playing with more rhythm and playing with more fluidity and trusting each other on offense. We're still not going to make the most shots in the country, but it is something that we, put some emphasis on. But, when you have a talented team like Lamar and you're able to hold them to low scoring numbers early in the game, it sure did help us get some momentum.
Yeah. And I guess the only other thing we're talking about, talking about taking care of the basketball late, I think we had 3 turnovers on 3 straight possessions. And to compound that, Some threes taken probably 5 seconds into the shot clock at the same time when it sure would have been nice to milk the clock.
Yep, a little bit of a time, score, possession understanding there. We maybe need to go back and look at some film and understand, more situational basketball towards the end of a game. But, the funny thing is the entire bench had all the confidence in the world that those shots were going in. The other four guys on the floor, when CJ rose up for one, I think Agua rose up for another one. Everybody on the team had all the confidence in the world that their teammate was going to hit a big shot for us. So if it goes in, we're all celebrating. It doesn't go in, now we feel like it was a bad shot. So, it is what it is in basketball.
Yeah. Agua did hit one big three there for you, too. Well, mark of a team is to overcome mistakes, and you picked up a big win. You're now 1-1 in the sub, and Lamar falls 2-2. They've lost a 5-overtimer, and this one tonight for their 2 losses, they have to be feeling snake bit.
Yeah, I would think so. And no one can question their talent. When they have a limited bench, I know it does make it hard, especially in a 5-overtime game, and then they got to play 2 days later. Their first win in the conference schedule was a double overtime win over McCook. So they, when you can get into their bench a little bit and get them into more foul trouble, it sure is good for their opponent.
Well, we talked, and I guess I will make this the final. Out of their 3 guys that had scored a bunch, they had scored 2/3 of their points this year. And you look, Montgomery 10, Haywood 14, Wiggins 13. You guys did a good job defensively.
Yep, and that was a big emphasis, was being early on action, so guarding them one-on-one wasn't so difficult. And then when it does come time to guard them one-on-one, we got to hold them below their average. Wiggins does not need to be getting 22 plus. Chris Cook and Khalil Haywood, they did not need to be getting 17, 18 plus. We thought if we could hold everybody under their average, we're doing a pretty good job defensively. And then it comes down to us making some plays and taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, they were averaging 85.7, and you held them into the 60s, which is only the second time all year they've been in the 60s. So congratulations on that one. We'll visit with you tomorrow, NJC in the afternoon. Not a lot of turnaround time.
Thank you, Chuck.
Billy Engel along with us. We'll start looking at some of the numbers in this one when we come back.
Congratulations. You're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask Agent Travis Hawk about Shelter's life insurance options.
Floyd's Truck Center began with a single operation in Scottsbluff. Today, the company serves the trucking industry with 9 locations. And at all 9, you'll find service departments with factory-trained technicians, fully stocked parts departments, and knowledgeable staff. So when you're on the road in Sidney, Cheyenne, Casper, Gillette, Rock Springs, Rapid City, Fort Pierre, or Belgrade, Montana, service and convenience are just ahead with Floyd's Truck Center.
Your home and away voice for the Cougars, 101.3 KOZY.
Let's go ahead and look at scoring in this one for Lamar as Western Nebraska wins it 73-67. Leading in scoring for Lamar tonight, Chris Cook was 17. He had 4 threes, 1 out of 2 at the line. 14 points, Khalil Haywood, 4 of 8 at the line. He was the guy that was the great free throw shooter coming in, struggled in the first half, going 2 for 6. 13 for Kevin Wiggins. He had a 3. Then it's 10 points, Tim Montgomery. He was 1 for 2 at the line. And let's see, he had a 3 in the game. Then it was Kiplin Richfine with 4, Terrell Bile with 5. Bile was 1 of 3 in free throwing. Then it's 4 points, Josh Jones, a 3 and 1 out of 2 at the stripe. Coming in and playing in some defensive situations late, Ronnie Hatch and Cam Snyder. So 9 played, 7 scored for Lamar. Let's look at Western Nebraska's scoring before we go to the team totals here in the postgame. Leading in scoring was Biko Johnson with 16. He was 4 of 8 at the line, had 2 threes. Then it's 15 for Agua Iwish, 6 out of 7 at the line, had a 3-pointer, a big one late in the ball game. Then it was 11 points, Rodney Sawyer. He had a 3-pointer. Carter Brown had 3 threes. He was 1 of 1 at the line as he completed an unusual 4-point play as he was fouled as the 3 went in. Then it was 5 points, Carl Thorpe, 1 of 2 in free throwing. 8 points, Them Kong. He was 4 out of 5 in free throwing. Missed double digits for only the second time this year, but he's coming back off of missing 2 ball games. 4 points for Zaki, 2 for Diolos on a pair of free throws. Nikolic played, did not score. Chancellor Johnson was 0 for 1 at the line with a fielder for his 2 points in the ball game. So 10 played, 9 scored for Western Nebraska. We'll look at team stats when we come back on the Runza post-game show. Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They like to think of themselves as part of the community. Runza, locations in Scottsbluff, Gering, and Shadron.
Ideal Linen in Scottsbluff, North Platte, and Cheyenne offers an entire line of linens